Welcome, everyone, to another episode of Explore Grand County. Thank you for tuning in. Really appreciate it. The election coverage is going like wildfire, and that's because of you doing all the views. We appreciate that. So today, I have Callie Dayton with me. Callie, how you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing terrific. So for the people that might not know you or what you do, explain what your position is and what your job title and kind of a little bit of inner workings of who you are and what you do.
Absolutely. Yeah. Thanks for having me. So I am the executive director of the Grant County Development Authority. As of August, it will be 2 years of me taking on that position. So our goal with the Development Authority is to promote a vibrant local economy, whether that be retaining the businesses that we already have and helping them expand or attracting new businesses to the area. Obviously, our focus is, retaining our young people, job creation, and increasing our tax base.
So can you go into a detail a little bit about how you accomplish that? Like, what does that look like?
Well, it's definitely not easy, and I've learned that, obviously. That's a big thing around here. We really do want jobs, but the attraction side of it, we're competing not only with 54 other counties in the state, we're competing with the whole country to attract businesses here. We're very fortunate with the businesses that we do have, and a lot of them are locals who have seen a need, taken an interest, and built something from the ground up. So, I get to be one-on-one with business owners, local, organizations, and just kind of pulling everybody together to make things happen.
So are there things that you can help businesses with? I mean, can they come to you? Like, give a little info, like if I'm starting a business, or maybe I'm not starting a business and I just need info.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's a big thing. I think we're kind of one of those underutilized resources in the county. And maybe that's lack of promotion on our side, but obviously, if you are
hopefully this will help with the promotion.
If you're starting a business, you need help with a business, we are here. I'm just a one-man show. I mean, it's just me. I'm the only employee of the Development Authority, but I'm always ready and willing and available to help you wherever you need. We have resources with the Small Business Development Center, obviously resources locally like the Chamber of Commerce with their, grant. That was great to see.
The startup.
Yes, that's been wonderful. So I'm not going to name off a bunch of different resources, but we have them available to you. Now, you can't just walk in and say, I need money. I can't help you with that necessarily, but I can help you with technical support, any type of counseling that you need. And sometimes with the Small Business Development Center, we're able to swing some pretty great projects like brand new websites for businesses, things of that nature that we're working on. So always, give us a call, send me an email, shoot me a message on Facebook, definitely willing to help and help promote the local businesses here in the area.
And for those that might not know where your office is.
Yeah. That's the crazy thing. Yeah. Our office is kind of hidden. We're located at 155 Technology Lane and right up past the transfer station in the Business and Technology Park. Only building up there currently, so, give me a shout or something before you're headed up, and happy to meet with anybody interested.
I'll be honest, I did not know where that was.
You didn't?
I didn't.
Well, no, I didn't either. That's the crazy thing. When I had my interview, they were like, oh, yeah, it's at the data center, and I'm like, we have a data center? So, yeah, it's a great building, lots of room. We have conference rooms, so we can, bring in whoever we need. Everything is always confidential until you're ready for it to be public or made people aware of it. So anything that you come to me with, whether it be something you really have a problem with or just something you need, assistance on, we're always there, ready to help.
Perfect. What's the office phone number in case they want to reach out?
Yeah, 304-257-2168, and that goes directly to my office. If I'm not there, because I am in and out of the office a lot just with different meetings, just leave me a message and I'll always get back to you.
Perfect. Okay, thank you for that.
Yes.
So now that we know what you do and, let's start talking about some projects that you might be working on.
Yeah.
And I think one of the bigger ones, at least when I'm talking to the county commissioners, those that are running, was broadband.
Yes.
Can you give us some updates on broadband here?
Yeah. So as of last week, we had a really exciting announcement that we were awarded 2 different grants, not us specifically, but 2 internet service providers that we had been lucky enough to work with from the start of the West Virginia Broadband Investment Plan being available to everyone. So Chantel and Hardy Net both were awarded,
Okay.
so that kind of kicks off our efforts to expand broadband services in the county. Our goal is for everything to be affordable and for our locals to have options, basically, for internet.
So when you say expand, are we talking about going to places that don't have it or upping speeds? Like, what does expand
It's a
actually
little bit of both. Expanding to us right now is, Chantel and Hardy both had some lines in the county that I think, were interested in, expanding on later. But, just like any other business, they have to watch their bottom line and make sure that what they're doing works for them. So this money being available has given them an opportunity to kind of pick out some extra projects that they want to take on and push further out into the county to where areas that they're not serving yet. So
Can you give some of those areas?
Yeah,
Maybe?
so
I don't know what you're allowed to share.
Absolutely, yeah. So the two areas that were awarded were North Fork Highway area of Sunrise Drive and Corners Road, connecting those together, as well as South Mill Creek Road area.
Okay.
So yeah, it's
So
pretty
that's
exciting.
good. That is good. Now,
It's a start, and that's the whole thing. Is like we identified 3 projects altogether, and 2 of them so far have been awarded, and we're waiting to hear on the other. So if we get this other one, it's really gonna, I think, make a difference, and that'll be for the Mount Storm area if that were to happen.
Yeah.
So yes.
So and we don't know much about it yet, but we do know that it was reported $7 billion from the federal government's infrastructure bill that they passed will be coming to West Virginia, and part of that is for broadband. So maybe we don't know this, but maybe we'll see a little bit more here too that'll help us.
Yeah, my assumption is most of that funding is going to go into the West Virginia Broadband Investment Plan, which is what we've already, been awarded from. So that would be great because we're not sure how many times those portals are going to be opened up for grant applications. We are already preparing for a phase 2 if those portals are to be opened up again. So that's definitely exciting to hear that there's going to be more money available out there for us to go after. And I will say, there's so much money out there right now just being available to different organizations. I don't think we'll ever see the amount of funding being available now. I mean, this will never happen again. This is once in a lifetime.
Once in a lifetime.
Yeah.
But it's good that you're on top of it. And
yeah, and that's the thing, our focus, because it's not just me working on this. We have a great membership of folks that are involved in the initiative that are just locals who are interested, or they're really good tech whizzes and way smarter than I am. Like they always say, surround yourself with people that are smarter than you. I feel like I've definitely done that because some of these folks that are involved are just phenomenal at what they do. They're all involved in tech in different areas in the county. So it's really been great to see them come together and form a group of just people who don't have personal interest in this. It's more about getting it everywhere in the county. And
that is a need.
It is. It's not it's not a luxury. It's a necessity. And I've heard people say that, oh, well, you chose to live there, so you're kind of stuck out in your own little world. I don't think we should be. We all need it. I mean, just as well as I do with, you homeschooling your daughter, that's
well, I think
it's so important.
Everyone kind of knew we needed some better internet, but when COVID hit and everyone started doing the virtual and people are like, internet, what's that?
Yeah, absolutely. And where I live right now, my husband and I have probably the worst internet you can get, but I mean, we make it work. Of course, with my office, I'm able to connect. We have 3 different bases of internet because of the data center, but we certainly all see that need, and this funding that's available is kind of limited to us right now, depending on locations in the county and the RDOF, the Rural Digital Opportunity Fund. We're not allowed to reach those areas that have already been bid out, and the Rural Digital Opportunity Fund is very confusing. Basically, it's a reverse auction that's available to internet service providers, and it's just a clock keeps ticking down, and whoever can say that they can provide this speed with the lowest rate gets it.
Oh, wow.
So that's great, but there also needs to be some accountability there when that becomes available, because we absolutely want the lowest rate, but does that guarantee we're going to get the best internet? So
That's
we
true.
we have limitations, and, we're working through those, and eventually we're just going to have to buckle down and make some stuff happen, even in the RDOF areas, that, we're going to have to do it to make it happen and get everybody internet.
Well, I'm sure everyone is going to be super appreciative once it happens. And we're not saying it's going to happen tonight.
Right.
So give us some time, but
Yeah.
that is good news.
Yeah, I mean, we're working on it, and we've hired the Thrasher Group based in West Virginia. They have been great helping us, through this process, the grant writing, planning, mapping. They've really formed a great, support system around us and assist us, as well as some other local counties that they're working with. So really, it's amazing to see all of the partnerships happening and just people working together.
And that's what we do in small communities.
Yes, we have
band
to. We
together.
don't have a choice. We
No,
have to.
But we do it so well. So
Yeah.
So now the tough question that probably everyone wants to know about, and I know that you can't say everything, but you can give us a little inkling of what is going on with the hyperloop.
Yeah, so the article did come out, obviously, paper, social media, wherever, about them letting some employees go and, just kind of changing gears. And I think you're going to see that for a while. The one thing I will say is, just because it's attached to Virgin and Richard Branson doesn't mean that this isn't still just a startup company trying to figure things out here. This was all kind of started when Elon Musk came out with the idea. Now everyone's racing to get it done really quick. So I think we're going to see some growing pains for a good while, but, don't get your hopes down thinking it's not going to happen per se. Just give them some time to figure things out. It's just like any business, really. I mean, you know that just as well as I do too. It takes time to get to a point where you feel comfortable. And, they're switching over to focusing on transportation of cargo, which really, that makes sense to me personally. A lot safer, not risking human lives, putting them through that tube. But yeah, it's going to take some time to see things being done, but don't discount it and think, it's not going to happen.
So what we're saying is it's not dead.
It's not dead, no.
Because I think that was the big takeaway. Everyone's like, oh, here's another thing that they promised us and it's not happening.
Yeah,
it's dead. We're done.
And I hate when announcements come out that way, because it seems like so many times we've been let down. We have, honestly.
Yeah, and it's just kind of our nature now.
Yeah,
of course.
like, I'll believe it when I see it. And I totally get that. I understand people feel that way. We have been let down. And, I think the position that Grant County is in now, we are ripe for good things to happen to us, and that project kind of just worked out well for us in Tucker County, that we were kind of the prime location of choice. But just kind of, it's kind of like a wait and see game, and I hate to have to say that. I wish I had all the answers, but I don't. So
Well, I have felt a shift for our county.
yes,
I think good things are really beginning to happen.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm optimistic about it.
Yeah.
So, because I just feel the shift, even with just vacationers and people coming in.
Yeah.
There's been a shift.
Yeah.
So that's good.
Absolutely. And that's, something with the Development Authority too that I want to let people know. At the state level, the Department of Economic Development really focuses on industrial development. Now, when you get down to the local level, county level, we're focused on everything. A new restaurant coming, a new store moving in, anything like that. That's huge for us. I mean, that's amazing when we get a new business moving Main Street, out of town, wherever, up on Mount Storm. It doesn't matter. That's huge for us. That is economic development for us. So that's, just something I try to tell people, like, even if it's not big, that's still a win for us, no matter what.
Even if you can add 10 new jobs to the area with one business, it's still 10 jobs.
Absolutely. And that's kind of, as I've gotten more into this role, I feel that, we're really like this county that we're kind of scrappy and we do what we have to do to get things, get things done. And
we got a lot of fight in us.
We do. And, the majority of our local businesses were started by people that are from here. They have roots here. They chose to stay here and set up business here. And that's amazing, So I really encourage, if you have a dream entrepreneurially, go for it. We're here to support you. I know the chamber will be, because small business is kind of our thing when you think about it.
Oh, it is.
Yeah.
Well, honestly, small businesses actually employ more people than big businesses.
Yep.
And when COVID hit and you hear 100,000 or 200,000 small businesses shutting forever, that hurts the local community.
It is.
And I'm so happy that it seems like all of our small businesses here held the line and are still around.
Yeah. And, I can't express that enough. Just support your local businesses. They need it now more than ever. And, everything going on in Ukraine, prices are rising. I get that, So when your local business is, raising their prices, they kind of have to make ends meet. And, I understand that, things are tight for everybody, but do what you can, because if we lose these guys on Main Street anywhere, any small business here, we're in trouble.
It hurts.
Yeah.
It hurts.
Hurts.
I've been getting ready for the pool.
Yeah.
And looking at food costs now. And I just hate it. And I'm like, it killed me last year when I had to raise a candy bar from $1 to $1.50.
Right. Yeah.
And I was like, I have to. I can't sell it for $1. I literally lose money.
Mm-hmm.
And people say that, but I'm in it, and people know I keep those pool prices as low as possible.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like $1.50 for a candy bar. But then I go to another store and it's $1.89.
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
But so here's the question.
Okay.
Totally just kind of going with the hyperloop, but just off the wall.
Okay.
Did you ever meet Richard Branson?
I didn't. I wish I could say that would be so cool to be like, oh yeah, I've met him. No.
Breaking news.
Yeah. No, and that's, I remember like whenever this kind of was made available to us, before anybody else knew about it, I was like, this is crazy. Whoever would have thought Richard Branson would take interest in Little Grant County? But, it's just, and that's the thing, even at the state level, we were able to show that we could pull together and be good partners, and that was amazing to see that. And, that team was so blown away that they were like, well, we gotta go there. Obviously, our tourism interests, everything. Really, we're just so interesting, I think, to people. But at the same time, when it comes to tourism, we don't want to give all of our secrets away.
Yeah.
Too. So it's so crazy.
That's the people that they're, at Blackwater Falls and Dolly Sods, and it's packed now.
I know. Well, so, and I live on Knobley Road in Maysville, and the amount of traffic just going by to head to the sods during the summer it's amazing to see. And those people are spending money in our stores, they're buying gas, they're eating dinner, breakfast, lunch, whatever here. So they're staying, and we're kind of reaping that benefit. So any business that they're benefiting from it, and tourism is tough too, because I do understand that people get a little upset whenever their natural resources they feel like are kind of being, taken over, like Dolly Sods or things like that. So I understand the concern there as well, and that's the tricky part with my role is there's a balance there somewhere between tourism industry, quality of life. It just takes a while to find it, and it's not ever going to be perfect. We know that. We're not ever going to be this perfect, quaint little town. Everywhere has their problems, but
and that's
we have to kind of move on past it and keep going.
Yeah, and I think that's what people have to understand. If you want businesses to come here and things like that, there's a give and a take.
There is. Absolutely.
Because it's like, okay, so let's say we open a manufacturer in Greene County that needs 2,000 employees. Well, if people start moving here, it gets a little bit bigger. So there's give and take, benefits, pros,
There
cons.
is. Yeah. And it's kind of like a double-edged sword. And, I grew up on a farm. So seeing farmland go towards something else really kind of pulls at my heartstrings a little bit.
Tough.
It is tough. But, you have to remember in the end that our county needs to be able to prosper and serve its citizens well. And, our quality of life obviously is very important. So there's a lot of moving parts. And I guess I didn't realize how true that was until I took this role, and got into it more and realized all the different moving parts, in the county and keeping things going and realizing that we do need development, but we need to be responsible about it.
Yeah. Excellent. Anything else that I missed? Something in your purview? And...
I don't think so. I just want to reiterate, if you're a business owner or looking to start a business, and need advice or direction, feel free to give my office a call. We have resources available to you, as well as, support your local small businesses and, do what you can to be
help people out.
Make an effect on the community. Yeah. And, I just, I've lived here all my life, and a lot of people have too, but I've never, seen a community so willing to pull together as well as we do. Even businesses, if one needs help, the other one's right there.
I have always said it. I have never seen a county where the businesses give as much money to T-ball, youth groups, just it's like it overwhelms me.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean, and that's the thing too. If you want these businesses to continue to support those efforts, we need to support them. So, it's kind of one of those things that it's like circular. It keeps circulating around. Keep your money circulating around.
Circle of life.
Yeah, keep it local. Seriously, but I mean, I appreciate the time, and if there's anything that we can do to help anybody business wise, that's what we're here for.
Thank you very much for coming. I really wanted to at least let people hear from your mouth about the hyperloop, so that we could dispel some of the rumors and
I wish I had more information. Obviously I'm limited as to what I can say at times, but I think just remember all new businesses have growing pains, and they're going through it. I mean, we're kind of along this ride with them, so just kind of take the time to sit back and see what happens here. It might be a while, but hopefully we'll have something up there soon.
I'm excited. I'm excited.
I think a lot of people are, and it was amazing to see the amount of young people who were excited and felt like finally there was something that they could say, like, look at my county, I want to be here still, because that's a big issue.
Yeah.
A lot of our young people are leaving.
Yeah. I wish we could get them to stay, because I'm like, if you could pick a need that's in the county and do a business off of it, you're set.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah.
I mean, when I started, there were no wedding rental places around. You had to go Cumberland or Winchester or Harrisonburg, and I'm like, okay, so there's a need for that here.
Right. And that's the thing. That's what small business does. We see a need and we're like, okay, we're going to fill that need. And it supports the local economy. I mean, if you wouldn't have been in business, I wouldn't have chairs and tables for my wedding. So.
Yeah, but and then that's what, so kids, young people look at Petersburg, Grant County, and say, oh, if you say, oh, it needs that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Start it.
Yeah, seriously. And you'd be amazed at the jobs that are available here in the county with different businesses that you think aren't, and that's something we're working on too. Like for 4-H camp this year, I'm working with Alex at the extension office. Okay. We're going to have like a little mini job fair for the kids on one of their assembly days.
Awesome.
So that'll be good for them to kind of get they're going to make up their own little neat resumes and stuff and give out kind of like a little passport as they go around to different tables. But
I love it.
Yeah. So we're looking for businesses if you're interested in doing that. But, just something to encourage our young people to stay here. Because a lot of, I think, kids, if they don't have something deep rooted in them to keep them here, and I don't blame them for wanting to go and explore. I showed cattle growing up, so we traveled every summer, Denver, Nebraska, wherever. So I feel like I kind of got that experience and knew that I wanted to stay home because I'm kind of a homebody anyway. But everyone needs to get out and experience different areas, and sometimes you'll go and you'll realize like we've got it. We've got it pretty good here. We do. Yeah.
So, well, Callie, thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
I appreciate this greatly. Our Rumble page is finally up, and it's Explore Grand County. So you'll be able to check out this video there or on YouTube, Explore Grand County, and of course our Facebook page, Explore Grand County.
Yeah.
So thank you very much, and
Thank
you have
you.
a great day, everyone. Thank you for tuning in once again.